Ah, mmm, just drinking my white racist milk. Okay, so I'm oatmeal, and I just want to give you some of my thoughts about what's going on the infocoms. And some of you guys probably already know because I've been talking about it, I've been writing about it for a long time. And for anybody who does not know, the Infocoms is a website of the InfoWars. Sorry, I should say InfoWars. InfoWars. I talk differently. Stop making fun of me. So, anyways, I live in my mother's basement with Mr. Fit, the white bird, who is also racist because he's white. So, I just want to quickly summarize some of what's going on. A little bit of the debate that's going on, that has been going on in 2019 on the Infocoms, and I want to try to just keep it as brief as possible. But you know me, I can write a bunch of Benghazi books, and I like to do that. I just want to say first of all, obviously Infocoms can do whatever they want because it's their website, and they're not Facebook. And obviously there are differences between Facebook and the Infocoms. See, you got to understand that the issue is not really censorship. And censorship is not really the problem that Facebook and Google and everybody else has. Censorship is more like a symptom of a deeper issue. The problems that they have are a lot, as you can see with the whistleblowers coming out, even today, for example, and they're talking about all these different things, and Alex Jones and other people have been talking about the problems that they have. But a lot of people will just throw the word censorship at everybody else and say, well, the problem is censorship. But it's more like, that's more like a symptom. You know what a symptom is? When you're sick and you're sneezing, you're coughing, you have a headache. But that's not really the problem. The problem is, why is that happening? Censorship could be a problem, but it depends on the whole entire story. You got to get to the bottom of the issue, of the problem, in order to figure out what's going on. And a lot of what I'm saying is common sense, and I'm trying to tell you all this really, really, really quickly because I feel like everybody should know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I talk with my hands because I might be a little bit Italian. Actually, probably not. I'm only Italian because I've got a little bit sucked into my body because I was playing Mario. I've been playing a lot of Mario games all my life, and he's Italian. You got to talk with your hands to express what is going on. My mind is going all over the place, and I'm really random because my brain is always making connections and comparisons and contrasts between a lot of different things. I find out, to my surprise, that what I do, some people don't do. And as I get older, I realize, oh man, oh buddy, oh pal, not everybody does that. Now, some of you guys probably do it too. But you got to understand that a lot of people don't have the time, or they don't take the time to connect the dots to figure out what's going on. Anyways, so I'm just minding my own business, trying to tell you what's going on. There's a lot of things I want to say, but I wanted to keep this brief. One of the things I already wrote was about how we're having two different debates at the same time on the Infocoms about the censorship problem. That's not really a problem. It's a problem, but it's not necessarily a problem. It depends. One of the debates is about legality, and the other one's about morality. So we can argue about what is allowable, like under the law. That's legality. And I believe in freedom and making government smaller, and the government should not be micromanaging what's going on in the world. In their own country, for example, let the free market decide what to do. And more importantly, let the private property owners decide what to do with their stuff to the extent it does not contradict or violate or cross paths with other private property owners. This is a lot of common sense stuff. So, for example, if you have something like a website, you should be allowed to do anything you want with it. Now, a lot of the propaganda of being like politically correct or all these other things has gotten into our souls almost subliminally, to the extent where we feel like we have to do certain things and we don't even think about it. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, oh, my glasses are sideways. What's going on here? Or is it my face? Maybe my face is sideways. Maybe I need to have plastic surgery and I could come back as a black person. That's racist. Hey, I'm white. I just want to say, what I'm trying to say is every time I look at myself, I'm like, oh my, what is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? So, anyways, I like to be random because I think it's a little bit funny. And if you don't think it's funny, that's okay. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I find it's kind of funny when people think that I'm a little bit angry when I'm not, because people don't know me and they don't know, like, it's so easy to think you know what other people are saying just by reading what they write, and you have no idea. Like, you have no idea. I mean, you can make a lot of assumptions to the extent excuse me, the milk is transforming my body into the body of Christ. The body of Christ compels you. What are you talking about? Well, anyways, what am I saying? I'm losing my mind. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to go back and talk about what I was talking about before. I was talking about how there's like all these different debates going on, but it's like the debates going on the infocoms is being conflated. Whether or not some of the people know that is irrelevant, because it's still happening. It's still true. So it's irrelevant. You're putting these things together and you're using different arguments to rebuttal or to defend one thing, when really you're talking about this other thing. Like, you have legality and you have morality, and so obviously there's a difference between what a person can do and what a person should do. What a person should do is all about morality. And so obviously some of the people here, maybe Minutemen of America, maybe some of the other people, they might be more focused on the latter than the former. They might be more focused on what should the staff and the IT, the moderators, the administrators of the infocoms do. What should they do? And that's a reasonable debate. But then you have the other debate of what is allowable. What, legally speaking, can they do on their website? What are they allowed to do? And if they don't do it, are they censoring the users on the infocoms? What I'm trying to say is that, if anybody's watching this, is that it's like, I just want to state this for the record. 2019, August 15, Thursday, 2:43 p.m. PST, near Seattle. I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold, and I just want to state this for the record that it's just a little bit silly that people are just putting things together, like confusing people. Maybe some of the people are trolls, like me. I'm a train troll living under the train. It could be the choo-choo train, the Trump train going. I'm a little bit like Diamond and Silk. Oh, get on the Trump train. Get off the Democratic plantation. Woo woo. Can I get an amen? Can I get a holler? Can I roll my eyes now? But if I roll my eyes, I don't really mean it. Wink, wink. Can I wink? I don't know. I'm Oatmeal because you are what you eat. I have a lot to say, and I should be starting my Oatmeal show someday, and I kind of do and I kind of don't do it. I want to get really consistent with doing things like that. I want to be the next mind bender, the air bender. I want to be the next Air Bud. I want to be the next Mike. I want to be like Mike. I want to be Mike Obama. Obama? What? What did I say? Michael Jordan? I mean, Michael Jackson? So, I, like Alex Jones says all the time, digress. Readers Digest? Readers Digest? No, I digress. And then I just die. It's silly. Like, people are talking about, oh, Pastor Sam's not a Sam. I mean, Pastor Sam's not a... Oh, man, that was kind of funny. It was funny, not now. Is it not funny anymore? Pastor Sam's not a pastor? Pastor Sam's not a Sam? Sam I am? So, I mean, it's like, what kind of pastor is Pastor Sam not? So, you could say, well, he's not obviously a pastor. Okay, maybe he's not. Maybe currently he's not a pastor of a certain building. But does that mean he's not really helping people? Does that mean he's not trying to help people? Do you have to be perfect in order to be a pastor? Let the first person without sin throw the first stone. Cast the first stone. Hey, yo, brother. Oh, yo, brother from another mother. So, anyways, I'm supposed to be really quick and to the point, but a lot of times I don't. I always think about that. I think about that a lot. I think about that, and I think that's good. I think about a lot of things, and then I just throw it at people, and I feel like there's just not enough time to say everything you want to say without, like, losing people. And that's why, like, when I'm on the internet and I'm writing to people, a lot of times I end up just writing really, really small comments because I feel like if I don't, I'm probably going to lose a lot of people. And I feel like it's more important to take people down a path, a journey, step by step, because it's a process. The meaning of life is getting individuals to go through an opportunity of a lifetime to make decisions step by step, good or bad, to get to wherever they could if they choose to freely through free will. And they have these opportunities step by step, and that's why they're given freedoms, a lot of different freedoms, as opposed to safety. And so whether or not there's a God doesn't really matter. I think there is. But regardless of whatever you think, we are born into this world that has freedom. And then a lot of times people go and they try to take away our freedoms, but we still have the freedom to try to fight back. And then a lot of people will try to suppress us. They try to throw some thought bombs into our brains to try to turn us into pacifists into these kinds of people that are like, oh no, we can't do anything because I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't, because obviously it's like you want freedom, but you don't have complete freedom. You can't create another universe by yourself unless if Mormonism is real and you can grow up and die and become an immortal god. And some people might be all about trying to do that and going after transhumanism and immortality. No, immortality. Mortality. What's that called again? Immortality. Like, people want to live forever, regardless of whether or not they believe in God. We live in this world, and it's better to have freedom than safety, but the younger you are, the more likely you'll want safety, and you probably need safety. As you get older, you may prefer to have more freedom to protect yourself and to make choices and to make risks in life, like I've done in my life when I did things like when I went to Vietnam to teach English and other things, and people do it. Alex Jones did it and has been doing it with starting his own like company, his own organization, the InfoWars, and he's been expanding. And other people have been doing it too, obviously, and that encourages other people to expand. And Owen Shore's been talking about that too. A lot of people has been talking about how that encourages other people to start up, and then they inspire other people who then go and inspire other people. And what I like about this website, the Infocoms, is that it's able to attract some of the best people and some of the worst people. And that's how you know it's effective, is that it attracts great people and terrible people. And that happens. You have a great garden, you're going to get some trolls in the garden. Not trolls, I just mean you got some weeds and you have to pluck them out every once in a while. So I probably made a video that's too long. But if this was part of the if this was part of the oatmeal show, this would be totally fine, and I probably should do this more often. And I probably should talk more about that or think more about that. But I just wanted to say a couple of different things in a very random way, because I feel like it's very important to drink more racist milk. And I just wanted to state this for the record. I think that a lot of things are happening. I don't really like my beard, but that's not important. Not really that important. What is important is that freedom is very important, and that's why I don't like the idea of moderating a website that is supposed to be like a platform, something more like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Now, the Infocoms website is not necessarily that. I'm not saying that it's not or it can't be like Facebook, but it wasn't originally designed to be like that. But it was designed to be public without a paywall, or not a PayPal. What did I say? A paywall? It's not like the Infocoms was not designed to have what do you call a login portal. You could have it if you want. you can have it. But people could still make accounts and log in. And so if you do that, you're not going to stop some people from going in. You may limit the people who will go and look at what people are saying on the infocoms by adding that, where they have to log in order to go in and see it. You can limit people that way. However, you also limit the other people who would have seen it if it was public. And so you have to decide, whenever you have like a website or anything in life, you have to decide between the pros and the cons. If you try to stop some people from reading it, you also stop a lot of people from reading it by having the wall on the infocoms. You have a wall. I probably should have started the video about this, because 20 minutes in, I'm talking about this, and this is probably the most important thing that I've said in this video. But everything else is like common sense and racist white milk. Maybe I should start over and let me think about that. This is the problem with long videos. You make long videos, it's great, but if a tree falls in the forest and nobody reads it, nobody watches it, then what do? Maybe I should just edit this video. Edit the video. Oh, jeez. You have to weigh the pros and the cons. Let me here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch this video and think about whether or not I want to make another video. Because I'm like a volcano. I have all this stuff that I want to do and say, and it's been like compressed, and I'm trying to get it out. Even though I'm writing on the internet and stuff, blogging on Steemit and stuff, it's like there's still a lot more. And it's almost like, hey, now I understand why people make videos, because you can probably say a lot more and express more through a video than just writing. Even though writing is pretty good too, because the way that I write is a little bit different than the way that I talk a little bit. Even though it's obviously me doing both of them, but it's like there are differences, and there are reasons for that. But thank you. Goodbye.